Oh hey, friends, it's me, Andrew. This is Code Gets Creative. We're here for another stream. Welcome. So yeah, tonight we're doing Screeps again. We just finished off a big series on automated exploration and automated expansion. We did that, I think there was like 4 different streams of that. So that was really cool. Built up a bunch of data structures of like rooms that were explored. Decided where bases should be placed within each of those, and then chose like the best location based off of all that scouting and expanded into it. We got that all tested out in a private server, and everything was looking great there. So in between that last stream and tonight, I've gone ahead and respawned. I was previously just chilling in shard3, like next to some like very, very large neighbors. And so now I'm in shard3, and I'm actually right by Akshay, who is kind of a regular on the chat and in the Screeps Discord. So you might have bumped into Akshay before. So yeah, we're teaming up. You'll see where Akshay has spawned, or I guess he's been there for a while, but I'm now next door neighbors with him, and we're teaming up. So it'll be pretty cool. Let's get logged in. So here are the docs. I should also, since this has turned into kind of a, this has been like one of the anchor points, I think, of this series of streams. So I'm going to keep coming back to this. But what we did basically in those previous streams is we started from homeroom. We sent explorer creep rolls out into these other rooms, tracked their distance from the homeroom, but within each of them, we wrote an algorithm to decide like the optimal base location. And that was basically, you want to minimize these distances from important places, and then there has to be at least a certain amount of free space away from walls. So that's how that worked. We could calculate like the cost of each of those, and so that we could figure out, oh, this room has the lowest cost, so let's go expand into this one. That's what we did last time. So let's get logged into Screeps, and I'll show you what shard3 looks like at this point. And spoiler alert, it has been expanded into, so I'm very happy about that. So we'll just connect to the official server, allow all the things. Let's see, close some stuff on my phone. That over here. Cool. So here we are in shard3. We're having a good time. Here's the original room right here. You'll notice it's at RCL 4 at this point. Here's Akshay over here, chilling in these 3 rooms. They're looking awesome. They're RCL 7 at this point, and you can see Akshay's got a bunch of like remote rooms going on in these other rooms, and doing what's it called, reserving the controllers. So I should do that too. You'll notice that there's going to be a respawn area pretty soon here, and so if I want to keep any of this, I'd better go reserve it. I don't know how much time we have to reserve it exactly, so we may just run out of time and not get all these rooms right away. Some of the other cool things that happen though, so remember that we started in this room, and actually let me switch to the alpha version of the map, because I have had better luck with this recently. So wait for all this stuff to load really quick. Oh, this is slower than I remember. Okay, here it comes. So, yeah, we started in this room. You'll notice there's a few like dregs in this room and in this room. So there's another player right here. a while back that had maybe been killed by another player or chose to respawn, whatever. So they left a bunch of resources here, a bunch of like there's a storage in each of these rooms. There's one in this one as well. Akshay looted it all, which was awesome to watch. But there are these two still. So I think it would be cool, as maybe part of what we do tonight, is we go from this room into this room and we go loot the room and just take everything out of the storage. Should be really fun. That would give a huge boost to this one. I guess it doesn't have a storage yet of its own, so that could turn into a problem. So I'm not sure how we would want to deal with that exactly. It would be a lot easier with this. Like, this room is already RCL4. It has a storage. So does this one, by the way. Another story on that in a minute. But yeah, I guess if we went from here down to here, then that's like a distance of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. Like, that's quite a distance to have to travel. And so we're gonna watch Creeps probably time out and die, which is not my favorite. Well, we could add logic for like picking stuff off the floor, which would be good anyway. But like, I don't think we're ready to do that just yet. There's enough other kind of stuff we could do in the meantime. So, let's talk about this room though. Fun story here. So, Akshay and I were teaming up. We were talking on Discord. He was like, "Yeah, get ready to take this room." Cool. In the meanwhile, I had to log off and do other stuff. I was like running errands or something. And no, I think I went to sleep that night, and it was still just one room. I woke up the next morning and had realized that my Screeps bot had automatically expanded, just like I told it to do. And it had explored a bunch of these surrounding rooms, and it had decided all by itself that this was its favorite room. And so it went ahead and claimed it. And that was based on the cost. We're at that cost function over here of like, what's the cost to here and here and here, and then picking the best room. So apparently it did that work for me just like I told it to. And this room is doing awesome. Like, it's not very far behind this one, and I wouldn't be surprised if it caught up, to be honest. That's pretty sweet. Then I took over this one. I took over this one manually. So, and caveat on manually, I should explain what that means. So, my bot has this idea of directives. And so, as soon as a room has a directive, it can run it to completion automatically. So all I really did was I created a directive manually, and that looks like this. So I said, grab my first room, which is this one over here, right? So grab that one, and then in its pending directives, push this new data structure into it. So the type of the data structure is colonize room, and then the room is this address, right? And so then from there, it sent a claimer and it sent workers, and it took care of the rest from there. It's pretty sweet. So at this point, we've got our 3 rooms. That's really fun. But we've got to start doing cool stuff now. So yeah, let's like start clicking into some of this. I want to look at this room because I want to see what's left over. Yeah, so there's some stuff in this terminal. Oh wow, the storage has been picked almost completely clean. You'll notice Dollar Akshay has a scout in here. So I'll bet Akshay's been working on this actually. That's great. Yeah, it was Fiskman's that was here before. Let's see, how about the room below it? That is still almost completely full. So we could go pillage that. That'd be kind of fun. What was up in that other one? Catalyst, I think? But there's like tons of stuff here. And to be completely honest, I have not written code to deal with any of this yet. So we may have to, hey look, my brother's playing Factorio. Like, we may have to just like collect some of this and then just hold on to it, and eventually it will become valuable. We're gonna hodl. I feel like I made a dad joke. I didn't use it in context well enough. Anyway, did we do that after all? I guess we're talking about like a distance of 6 now, right? 5, 6, I can't remember. Because now we know, like, where was it? So we want to go down to here. The shortest path is through this room. Like, I don't think we want to go up and over, around. Yeah, forget it. So that's the shortest path. This can't do anything with it because it doesn't have a storage. So it'd have to be here, from here. Yeah. I don't know. Let's look at a couple other things though. So you'll notice we have this neighbor, Armeos, I guess. Armeos is over here, and over here, and over here. So, and they're all level 8 rooms. So a very beefy player. It might be, yeah, here's another one over here, another one over here. Okay, so actually there's probably an easy way to check out the stats for this player. Let's maybe do that next. Yeah, maybe this is just overmind or something, I don't know. I don't have a good way to check or really like recognize it. But I mean, look at it, like this player has terminals, has factories, is mining, extracting minerals. It's found like the tightest possible place to create the base. Like this feels at least pretty advanced. So that's kind of intense. Let's look at the stats. GCL 14 owns 8 rooms currently. Harvested a lot of energy. Expansion rank 425. Cool. If I remember, my rank is in like the 900s right now. I'll get better as my room control level goes up and I can harvest more efficiently, right? But in the meantime, I'm kind of down there. It'll take a month or two to look more interesting. I'm noticing how, like, this looks sort of like a stamp that is partially completed, right? This one's interesting. Looks like there are no walls to build around. I'm thinking about the base planning algorithm that this player used. So yeah, I mean, like all of these walls are artificial except for like a few here, a few here. But it's definitely doing its best to like tuck itself into a wall. So that's kind of interesting. Very empty room in here in terms of natural walls. Interesting. It also seems to be very deliberate about like it wants to have like mostly vertical and horizontal roads, I think, outside of its base. Oh, kind of cool. And part of me is like, let's just go attack this player and we'll find out what happens. Like, it might go very poorly, I might die right away, but like, I don't know, it might be really fun. I have noticed that this player keeps a couple of creeps outside. And that looks like this. So, hey, here comes one of my explorers. Kind of fun. So, yeah, we've got these 2 operators. And I can't remember what operators do, so we probably need to go look this up in the docs, but it has to do with powers. But yeah, they're chilling out here. Let's go find out. This power thing? Power creep, I think? And let's see. Full list of available powers. So let's see, we need to find those symbols, right? Well, if I hover, will it tell? Generate ops and operate factory. And then, what is this one? Generate ops. Okay. Oh, hey, and this is going to count down, and then it'll presumably generate more ops. This is me like discovering the power creep APIs for the first time. I remember hearing about it, but like I wasn't playing at the time, so this whole like part of the game is new to me. 3. Oh, did it do it? 1. Okay, sweet. So it just counted up, and then it counts, and then this power counts back down from 50 again. Okay, so I guess they are generating ops, and ops are probably a cool thing, right? Let's see. Generate ops. Generate as many ops, resource units. There's a cooldown. Required creep level is this. Okay. Let's see. You can delete a power creep from your account. This will decrease your GPL by 1. It will decrease it from your account. Takes 24 hours. Man, there's all sorts of stuff that we need to like figure out here, don't we? Power banks. Let's see. Great storage. There's like all these cool things we can do, right? Great terminal. Disrupt spawn. Yeah, there's like range 50 squares. Yeah, so like this type of stuff is good for attacking, right? Like you could take down a tower, you could prevent the enemy from spawning, you could like besiege them by making it so they can't create any more, they can't harvest anymore. So that's pretty cool. Okay, nice. Powers operator. Okay, so an operator can do anything. Sweet. Okay, so we understand what these are now. Do we take the risk and go in here? Well, it does have a nuker. You'll see that here. So here's the nuker. So Armeos could drop a nuclear bomb on me if they so desired. I mean, this is also probably as many extensions as you could possibly have. So, and it looks like power spawn and 1, 2. I only see 2 spawns, but I mean like, oh no, here's the third. So, yeah, I mean it looks like, yeah, 3 spawns. Like it looks like this player could cause a lot of problems if it were provoked. There's kind of this narrow entryway right here. One thing that we could do though is I've got some code for harassing a player, and we could try that out. They've got a ton of energy saved up in the bank. I'm pretty curious about that. I want to. No, let's not do it here just yet. I remember Akshay had an idea, so like let's maybe wait for that. We're not gonna attack this guy just yet. Cool. So, meanwhile, I think. Let's see. Just got like a few Few rooms reserved. Would it make sense for us to reserve some rooms too? I think it might. If we click into this home room, we'll be able to see what expansion looks like. Oh, I know some other things that we could do. While this loads. So, my email has been blowing up. It's been really funny. I've created these explorers and I let them just run about and explore all the rooms. They've been happily exploring a lot of really dangerous rooms that kill them on sight. And so there's one room in particular where the explorer creep goes in there and gets killed, and then another one spawns because it's still a requirement of that room. And then it ends up running like the same route more or less, goes into that room, gets killed again, and the cycle continues. So I think there are a couple things that we need to do with that. Like, we probably need to track rooms as like dangerous or not. Like, if you go into this room, you will get killed or not. This might tie in with my idea of diplomacy. So let me show you what that looks like. I've got this idea of empire memory. So my top level memory has a field called empire of type empire memory. And then inside of empire memory, notice how I have diplomacy, and a player name goes to a player alignment, where they're either an ally or neutral or enemy, which I copied from Age of Empires. So that's great. So I think that may not be like rich enough for what we ultimately want, because I probably want to be able to say things like, well, let's maybe type this out. Let's say like better diplomacy logic, and I think we want to be able to say like categorize enemies better. And I think it's like some enemies are so dangerous we should not attack their rooms. Some enemies should be attacked on sight, or like should be actively pursued. Maybe that's a way to say it. So if it's like, okay, this enemy attacked me, I think I can take them on, then I'm gonna like save that in as like, hey, go find their rooms, and then like actively send waves of armies against them. Yeah. Which makes me think, yeah, I think we should have harass room directive. Maybe it's not a directive, I don't know. Well, we can start it as a directive and go from there. But, yeah, I really want harass room to be a thing. It was very effective when I tried it the first time. The way that harass room worked then, and it was a little bit manual then, but it was basically like lay down a flag for rallying, and that's like the safe zone for medics, and then label a room to harass, and then harasser creeps go into the room, and they just like stand there. But they've got a bunch of tough body parts and just a lot of armor, and they just absorb damage from the towers and from any attacker creeps that show up. And then when harassers get weak, they retreat back to the medics. That's how that works. Yeah. So I like that. So V2, I wonder how V2 could look different. I think I want to be able to say start the process with a directive. And I might do that like on a manual basis first. So just like, you know, call, you know, run a console command like this manually. And then that should like create a collection of harassers and medics. And then, but don't attack until we hit like a critical mass. And the reason for that is because if you're fighting like a 3-turret room, like you're gonna have a bad time. Like your very first harasser that goes in is gonna get hit really hard, and may lose hit points quick enough that it won't be able to fall back in time and it'll die. So that's a thing. I guess what that also means is like monitor the army size and auto spawn to replace Screeps. The other thing I want to do is harassers should stand in a spread out formation. And the reason for that, let me show you on the map. Basically, I want something sort of like this checkerboard where I want them to stand their ground there and absorb damage, but then when one of them needs to fall back, there's going to be a path because it can move in between the other ones. Like there's always sort of this like diagonal checkerboard thing that it can do. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, I like this idea. I think we should go work on this harass room directive because this sounds really fun. And this is doing its thing. And okay, before we do that, let's say stop the deluge of emails. Notifications about explorers being attacked. So let's see if we can find this right now. So it looks like this is an explorer that's already heading over there. And let's stringify this creep. So it just does a JSON.stringify on its whole memory. So let's see. Make this a little bigger. Its target room. No. Its next room is this. So that's cool. But what I want to do is say game.creeps with this. That'll give me a handle on that creep. And I think I should be able to say notify when attacked false. Yeah, and there we go. That was unchecked. So I'm puzzled then. Hey, $Akshay is in the chat. Welcome. Good to have you here. Yeah, so we're checking out shard3 right now, kind of looking at how things are going so far. One of the things I've noticed is these explorers that I've got running into hostile rooms, they're getting killed right and left. And so number one, I don't want them to like go into those hostile rooms so much. So we need a way to track that and like kind of discourage the dangerous rooms. And number two, I don't want them to notify me by email when they're attacked. Because like if something crazy happens and they die, that's okay. That's not really like an anomaly. Whereas if a bunch of attackers come into my base, in my room and attack, then like I want an email about that. So I want to go save them. that's cool. So let's go into here, explore. And yeah, the thing is, like, I added this little logic here. So when an explorer is first spawned, it should say, like, if this part of its memory doesn't exist, do this. But I wonder... Yeah, I don't think that should be created yet. If I look at when these state machines get run, it basically says, like, if that part of the memory namespace doesn't exist, then create it. But that should get run after, right? So this runs, then this runs. So I think that should work. Oh, here we go. It's going to go into this other room. Let's watch it die. Also, wow, this is a... this room has some things. I like the way these city blocks have been arranged. Like, look at how, like, you can like, get to any of these from the outside. They've got all this stuff, like, neatly packed into the center. Okay, here we go. We just come in. Oh! Instantly vaporized by 6 different towers. Nice. Well, okay, we got to see that. You know what this kind of reminds me of is, you know, the, like, 90s S, whatever that's called? This thing. The base layout reminds me of this for some reason. You know, like, you come up and then down and then back. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay, so that's a thing. Let's run back to our homeroom. Spawn new explorer. Yeah, so should have created a new one. Is this it? Click on you. Yeah, and look at that. So it didn't uncheck that. And I'm puzzled about that. I probably don't want to, like, spam it. Hey, yeah, it does. It looks like the S. It looks like the S. So if I spam this, yeah, it has an additional 0.2 CPU cost added to its natural cost in case OK code is returned. So I don't want, if I did this on every tick for every explorer, that would be pretty wasteful. The thing is, like, it's not doing what I wanted it to, and I'm very puzzled by that. So I guess one thing maybe we should do, let's just prove that we're hitting this case. So we'll add that in, and then we'll catch the explorer as it comes in here. And I'm wondering if, like, yeah, I'm wondering if it's a problem with, like, while it's spawning, but it's not actually a real creep yet. Maybe you can't change that, and so we have to somehow, like, wait 10 ticks or something. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this one, and we will watch another one spawn. Okay, there it goes. So within the next 10 ticks, it's going to come back around. So you're going to do it. Spawn new explorer. Turning off notifications. Now, and I think this check mark is for the spawn, not for the creep. But, whoops. Grab that. Yeah, it's still checked. Cool. So that's that. Oh, let's see. By the way, why are all your creeps' names a random string? So, yeah, I actually wrote it that way to just generate a hash code. And the main reason was I didn't want to bother like creating an auto incrementing sort of thing. I was worried I'd like get collisions that way. I was like, I'm not just gonna deal. I'm gonna just not deal with this. So I wrote like a random hash code algorithm. One of the other like things that I get out of that is like obfuscation, so nobody else can know what my creep roles are. I think that doesn't matter too much because like if you're going in to attack somebody, then like they can probably guess what you're doing. On the other hand, like this whole harass thing that I'm interested in doing, yeah, like harass room, like it does obfuscate that strategy a little bit. So I do kind of like that. They'll just be like, whoa, 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 there's just a bunch of random dudes here, and now they're gone. I don't know what's going on. Whereas, like, this is pretty semantic, so they'll be like, oh, this is a siege kind of a thing. So I don't know. Yeah. Let's see, do you want me to help you out with my attacker? Let's see, are you talking about, like, your code for your attacker role? Or do you want to, like, go attack someone? But I'm thinking I'm gonna switch actually to the local server, and like beef up the code for the harasser strategy. In the meantime, we got another explorer running to its death. Oh, no, I thought you were testing out notifications, that's why I offered my attacker. Oh, you were offering to attack my explorer, I appreciate that. No, I'm good. I think we should be fine. It's really just I need to see that this box gets unchecked, so... I'm just gonna kind of kludge this together as disabled notifications. And this is going to be Boolean. And we'll, like, to handle kind of the current state, I'm going to make it optional. So it's true, false, or undefined. But what I'm going to do, it transitions into exploring. So I'm going to say if not context dot has disabled notifications. We're going to do that here, and then we're going to say context.has disabled notifications equals true. Oh, which reminds me, let's go back to check here. Like, you remember how I was like writing this out, equals okay. Look at that, the creep is still being spawned. So it's right there in the docs. So that is definitely our problem. Okay, so I think this will work great. And let's see, we can just fold these branches in together. Get rid of this curly brace. There we go. Okay, so that should do its thing now. Just in time for this other creep to run away. Come back. It's too late, it's gone. Okay, here we go. We're gonna grab it. And this one I think I manually changed. Okay, so it got deleted. And now this, oh, this is spawning something else right now. That's fine. Yeah, that'll rip, yeah. Sorry, explorers. I'm testing what happens when you die, which means you have to die over and over and over again. So let's see, this one will spawn, and I'm already like, I wanna get back to the private server where it runs really fast. This will spawn. How many? Oh, okay, 4 ticks left. Here it goes. This should be a hauler. I call them managers. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's finished. And then in the next little bit, we should get a explorer created. There we go. Spawn new explorer. Getting created. Here we go. Alright. Grabbed it, and look at that. It is not going to notify us. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. So we can delete that now. Let's see. Check that. So, okay, let's switch over. Oh, let's see. Oh, James, welcome to the chat. He's doing very well. Thank you. Yeah, so actually, yeah, since you're just joining, I wanna show you kind of how things are looking. So we have respawned. We left shard 0 where we were like doing nothing. Now we're on shard 3. So here's Dollar Akshay chilling over here looking awesome with 3 level 7 rooms. So I started over here. I'm now at RCL 4. Automatically expanded over to here. By the way, expanded over to here without me touching it. Like, I was so happy to see that. And in fact, I was like gearing up to take over this room because Akshay and I were coordinating it. Like, thank you, by the way, Akshay, for like attacking that controller for me. And all of a sudden I realized that like, oh, this room has been taken. And that's because like it all just ran. Like all the expansion code that we had done for the last 4 sessions, like it just did the thing. So it was really exciting to see that just run its course. And then I went ahead and like manually triggered the directive to go claim this room, which is working great. By the way, Akshay, I was noticing, yeah, I have questions for you, which I guess we can just talk about on the stream if you're cool with it. But it looks like this room here, that was it Fiskins? So this one is like mostly gone. So I was curious, like, have you already been raiding this one or looting this one? Fiskmans. So yeah, like I was curious, have you already been raiding this one? And then down here, if you just go one room to the south of it, this one is still like very full. It's looking great. Looks like it's 790k. So like, yeah. So I was curious, like, if you want any of this, like, feel free to take it all, because like I don't even have logic for handling any of this yet. Oh yeah, I ran out of energy. Nice. Oh, do you need more? I could probably like ship some your way. I don't know. That could be like an interesting thing. We could like, all my haulers were just hauling storages, yeah. So one like interesting thing that maybe we could do, and I'm worried about that like dangerous room in the middle, but like I've got a little bit of storage. I'm kind of not, like, I'm barely breaking even right now, I think, but at some point it's gonna kind of like reach the you know, it's just going to start filling up slowly, in which case, like, we could probably build an algorithm together to like auto balance with each other or something crazy like that. But yeah, that's something we can do later. I just don't want to lose it to the novice area. Yeah, that's a good point, because it's about to come back, or like the novice area is about to take over all those rooms. I'll just haul it to your storage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're welcome to. Yeah, like, feel free to put it in there. And like, I'm not gonna touch it. I don't know what to do with it yet. So yeah, if you want to just like put it in mine and then loot it back out, and just make sure that you don't, like, please don't loot the energy, but like, feel free to loot all the other resources that get stored in there. That's sweet. See, this is teamwork. We're already like doing cool, crazy teamwork stuff. Okay. So, remind me, if I want to reserve rooms, or reserve controllers, yeah, a controller is unavailable by 1 tick per each claimed body part. So, yeah, the problem with that is I'm still like I'm a poor man. I think I can only afford 1 per creep right now. Let's double check that really quick. Screeps tools, is that what it's called? By the way, just in case you're not familiar with this already, I dropped this in the chat. This is screeps.admon.dev. This is so great. This is like 2 different tools that make it really easy to plan bases and plan creeps. So, like, if I click into here, I can actually see, like, I can import my room. So like, here's what my room looks like today, and then you know, I could like plan out like, okay, I'm gonna do 3 things over here, whatever. And then design creep. So James, looks like you already know about it. Sweet. So yeah, here, this one plans creeps, right? So let's go ahead and like check this, because let's see, we are RCL 4 in our biggest rooms, and we want to have 2 claims. Like, we have to have at least 2 claims, and then 2 moves. Look at that, we barely have enough. Okay, so we could actually do this. Like, as long as we have 2 or more, right? Then we can just slowly but surely like count up that reserve counter. Let's just double check. Yeah. Oh, are you planning on remote mining? So I'm planning on it, just not like anytime soon, I guess. So honestly, like, if you want to remote mine any of those rooms, feel free. But yeah, I want to get to that point later. So let's see. Here's 4, 6, 10. Yeah, that should be 20. Sweet. I guess we can also check this way. Yeah, so we're maxed out on extensions here. Okay. So we just need a good way to. We need a good way to like continually spawn claimers to reserve those rooms. Also, let's go pick some rooms to reserve. I think we need to do that as well. So let's get creative here. Take everything. Yeah, that's not going to be expensive at all, right? Just take everything. So like this room looks especially promising. I think this one looks good too. They're both a little bit far, but I mean, maybe that's actually a benefit as long as we can like get there. It looks so weird to see my color in red. Yeah, you're the bad guy. Look at all these enemy creeps, or hostile creeps, I think the game API calls them. By the way, I've got oh, where is it? So like, here's my code for running a tower, right? So notice how I say closest hostile is, take the tower's position, find the closest hostile creep, but then filter the hostile creeps by his ally creep. So, right there. Yeah, the way that works, get player alignment. I basically have this like memory, empire, diplomacy, and then like actually I've got your name in here, and then it equals ally. So that's how I'm doing that. I'm yet to do that. Please do that soon. Because I mean, yeah, like you're gonna be spending time in my base, and I'm gonna be spending time in your base, and we're gonna like blow each other up if we're not careful. Yeah, too far along. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a huge refactor. I feel that. I can respect that. So this reminds me, like, James, are you around like the same general area of shard3? I remember you mentioned your Screeps username. I'm trying to scroll back through to, yeah, Nightzaid, right? I want to go find you because I'm curious, like, if you're close enough, you should come hang out with us. That'd be way cool. Nah, I'm far. Oh, okay. He went off to another galaxy. Oh, one army. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can find you. What did it just... Oh. Is it gonna take me to you? Has it like centered? I mean, like it... Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's like taking long enough to load that I'm like, did the game break? No worries. I just found you. It's right here. At least one of your rooms is right here. Like East 4, South 33. That's cool. Can I get it to load? Also, here's Tiga. So beware. Tiga is going to come kill you. Maybe Tiga comes and kills everybody. I don't know. Man, is this thing just not gonna load? Okay, here we go. No, it's fine. Cool. I guess you don't, as long as you, the safest place is the most dangerous place. I like that. It's like as long as you don't touch Tiga's creeps, you're fine. Otherwise, you poke the bear bites you. Okay, man, I don't know what's going on with Screeps now. It is just suffering. How are we? How are we going to get back? You know what? I think I'm about ready to switch to the private server. This is a bad time. Okay, let's do it. James says, also, it's not like I can code. Still learning. Hey, no worries. Like, yeah, if you're still learning, that's super cool. Yeah, keep at it. Like, keep at it and keep like incrementally making progress. Right? I know, like, it can feel super daunting to be like, even like with a fun game like Screeps, right? Like, we're around so many like huge players that have taken over 100 rooms each or whatever. yeah. Sorry, I mean rip for your Screeps, not your coding skills. Yeah, I think yeah, we're all like wishing my computer to rest in peace here. But yeah, I'm not here to. Oh, I see. Not here to learn to code, more to play the game. Cool. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. I guess you're learning Screeps rather than more generally, but cool. So let's fire this up. It's over here. Start this. I love watching you guys code. Cool, appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. Dollar been a great help. Yeah. Thank you for doing what you do. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Actually, how is that crazy far away? I think it is. We need to move in closer to our enemies in order to test this. This is kind of funny. What is the shortest path to this room? So if I start from here, this is my big home room. I can't, let's see, this is just blocked, right? Like, this is just a dead end. So I'd have to come, like, up around here, through here, and all the way down here. So that's, like, pretty insane. What is that? That's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's, a distance of 9. So that's pretty rough. One crazy thing that I could do is I could like kind of intentionally pick a room and expand into it just so that I'm closer. So I don't know, I could like expand into this room. It'd be kind of cool. I might also, as crazy as it might seem, maybe I'm closer to this player, Michael Bot. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I guess it's the same. Thing is, there's like a lot more cool resources over here. So I mean, maybe RCL3. Yeah, I mean, like maybe I pick one of those. Let's see what Michael Bot is doing. It's looking pretty random, isn't it? Bunch of extensions, extension, tower. Okay, sweet. So there is a tower under construction. This bot is never going to finish it, I swear, after looking at this kind of weird, chaotic approach. But it is upgrading. So, okay, let's maybe do this then. Like, we can start expanding into this general area, and this will let us test. So, and we're just gonna like constantly pick fights with Michael Bot. It'll be really fun. So we need to pick a room. Ooh, this room might be really good because we could place it right here, kind of in between these two. I'm looking at this faded gray. That's the controller. And then I guess we're 1, 2, 3 away from it. So let's, yeah, what if we do that? West 8, North 7. West 8, North 7. Now let's see, we haven't discovered it yet. We haven't discovered it yet, so I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I think we need a really easy way. We need an easy way to just like get there. Here's what I'm gonna do. I have wanted a creep roll like this before, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna create a room monitor role, and basically its sole purpose is to like go into a room and then just stand there. So it's kind of a specialized explorer. So let's see, we need a state machine. Basically, I need a bunch of boilerplate. So let's kind of copy that out of here. Monitor. And then we'll type creep roll. little thing, but I want the quotes to be the same. And we're going to export default room roll room monitor. There we go. Room monitor. Oh hey, how did I? Yeah, okay, so we're camel casing these. Sounds good. What I mean by that is like it's room monitor as opposed to like room underscore monitor or like room monitor or like room monitor. You get the idea. I will stop boring you with that detail. So we need one of these. And then we need run. And let's see. Let's pass in context. Which I think regardless of the context, I just want it to be a single move. Okay, so then run, create a state machine, const machine, state machine, oh, and I need a type here, interface, room, monitor, memory, and we need to be able to say like, monitor room name. And yeah, we want it to be a string or null because it starts out null and then we're going to manually set it. So that's cool. Okay, so we're creating our machine. Its initial context is, let's see, that doesn't receive anything. So the internals of the state machine here are basically like you give it some memory to start with, and it's going to call this function in order to get that memory. So I'm going to say its initial state is waiting. The state is waiting. Previous state is null. And actually, I'm curious. Like, do you folks already know about state machines? Like, have you already done stuff with them? And like, are your bots using state machines? Pass the context. What's that? Funny emoji with big eyes. Yeah, so a state machine. Yeah, and the dollar says I'm using a state machine, but I'm not really following a strict state machine grammar and all that. Cool, yeah. And to be honest, I think I'm kind of doing the same thing because I think like I'm not being strict about events. Like, if I understand the literature, because I've been spending a little bit of time reading about it recently, if you want to be really strict about it, like, you formalize not just the states themselves, like the bubbles, but also like the arrows between them are like named events that happen. So I'm not following that either. But yeah, James, really quick, the idea of a state machine is really cool. Let me open up Excalidraw. Yeah, we can, let's see, I'll drop it like over here. So the idea of a state machine is you've got these different, states that you can be in. And let's see, I don't think we need colors really, but the idea is, let's say that we're like harvesting, right? So harvesting might be like, harvesting, and then maybe like storing, something like that. And maybe we should do another one that's like traveling to source. something like this. Traveling to storage. And then basically we have arrows between these. So when you first start out, like your creep is brand new, then you start in this initial state. And you say, hey, it's actually no, you'd start here actually. So you'd be like, yeah, start out in this state, pick a source, start traveling to it. Eventually you get to it. And then at that point, you're in a harvesting state. Once you have finished harvesting, like you've filled up your storage, then you're going to pick a storage thing, and then go store it. Then you go store, and then eventually you've finished storing. Cool. Now I'm going to travel back to a source, and it just continues. But there's some cool things that can happen here. So, for example, traveling to storage, that might be like go store in your spawn, go store in an extension, go store in like 4 different extensions because we're storing a bunch of energy, go store in like a structure storage, that's like named storage, or like store it in a container. Like, I don't know, all sorts of things could happen in here. So it's kind of up to you. But notice how like you might finish storing in one and you actually don't want to go straight to here. You either want to loop back on itself like this, or you want to loop back on this. So notice how the states are not necessarily like a simple kind of loop-de-loop. Like there's a little bit of back and forth. And so the benefit to kind of formalizing your creep logic in a state machine is that it makes it really clear like what your current purpose is. Before I had state machines, I had these like really tall functions for like running a creep, and it was like so confusing with all these like if-else statements. But now it's like much easier to understand what's going on. And if something is wrong, I can actually pinpoint where it's wrong. So let's say that I'm like harvesting and I'm like, I don't like how it's harvesting. Like all my harvesters are clumping up on this one source that like only has one kind of space to harvest. And so that's not working great. So I could change this logic just in here for like, go pick whatever source is empty right now, or like has an open station next to it, right? And like I could change just this, and I don't need to change some really huge function. I just need to change like this part. So I've really liked how that has cleaned up my code, because it's just a lot easier to like debug little pieces of it when I have things like formalized this way. Find source active. So yeah, I mean you can let's see. Yeah, you can do that, but remember you might have like what was I gonna say? You might end up like double or triple dipping on a source that like, I don't know, you end up like wearing out quickly. So you still want to balance like besides that. The Jubaka, welcome to the chat. Good to have you here. Hey mate, been keen to watch your streams, but I'm at work. Can't find if you upload your videos afterwards. Yes. So I do upload my videos. If you're on the Twitch page right now, look in my bio. And you'll notice there's a link to YouTube. So go ahead and hit that YouTube link. That'll take you to my channel. My name's Andrew Jensen, so the YouTube channel is called that. Go ahead and hit subscribe on that. You'll be able to find the videos there. I'm running a tool called Restream, so everything is like simultaneously streamed to Twitch and to YouTube, and so eventually it just becomes a YouTube video. Cool. Let's see, I agree. Been cheating a lot and had 3 min miners, then another 3 for the other one. Yeah, so like you can totally start out that way, but then like in the spirit of kind of incrementally growing, right? Like you start out with one state machine and then you kind of evolve your state machine into something that's like smarter or more powerful. So yeah, like you might actually consider going to a structure like this when you're ready to. Brilliant. Didn't see the YouTube link. Cheers. Cool. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, hope to see you later. Cool. All right, so let's implement the state machine for this. think I've told y'all about yak shaving before. So, yeah, we started out like we're gonna go harass this room, and now we're creating a room, like a room monitor creep roll, so that we can get close enough to colonize it, so that we can harass the room. So we're very much like shaving yak right now in Mongolia. Let's see. So on this tick, we're just gonna say return null for now, like just stay in the same state. But we're gonna say if context.monitor room name. Then at this point, like we've been given an assignment. So we're gonna say actually transition into a traveling state. And so now we need to create traveling. Let's actually like let's actually formalize this. So I'm basically imagining a state machine with 3 roles. So this is copy this over. We basically got waiting, right? And this is like waiting for an assignment. So we start in this state, and then from waiting, we're going to go to traveling, and then from traveling, we're going to go to, I'm going to call it monitoring. So we'll do that. And then I think there's probably a case where we actually want to like, oops. We want to loop back to traveling. If it's like, oh, hey, you want me to monitor a different room now? Okay, I'll go do that. So I think this is our state machine. Oh, another brother just started Factorio. I'm jealous. My brothers are playing Factorio. And we're here trying to code. Who wants to go play Factorio? Just kidding. We're staying put. James says, me! I want to play. Nice. Yeah, I'm a Factorio fan. Let's see. I'm going to say, if we're not in the room, context.monitor room name. No. Actually, we're going to flip the logic a little bit. If we're... Oh, yeah. If the creep is in that room... Oh, and actually... So there's an unreachable case here, but we still need the compiler to recognize it. So we're going to say if not context.monitor room name, and we're actually going to go back to a waiting state. Now, I think that's impossible. Like, I don't think we'll ever reach that. But, I mean, that looks like this, basically. So, let's see. If there's no room to monitor, then we're going to wait. If we are in the room, then we are going to transition to monitoring. And then we're going to say, go to room. Whoops, context.monitor room name. And then return null. So return null in my state machine just means like stay in the same state that you're currently in. Okay. And this is it, I'm pretty sure. So go to room does all the logic for like traveling between rooms. And that looks like this. It's kind of ugly, but it does its thing. Eventually go to room should become a state machine too. So one concept of state machines is you can have a state machine within a state machine, and that is called hierarchical state machines, or HSMs, also known as state charts. So kind of crazy. There's like a bunch of literature on it. It gets really dense really fast. but conceptually, it's kind of simple. It's recursive state machines. Okay, I think this thing is about ready. We just need to wire it up now. So I'm going to say room monitor, roll room monitor, and that is now exported into here. So we know how to run this. Oh, there's one more thing we need to do. We need to run the creep state machine. So pass that in, and this is going to be roll room monitor. Okay. And I think that's it. So that was a very simple state machine. I'm going to go ahead and create it from this room because it's closer to begin with. How are y'all doing? Looking great. Finishing an extension here, I guess. What is this? Oh yeah, there's like this huge energy piling up. After this gets finished, they'll build buffers, which will make our lives easier. And yes, Dollar, we still need to do the buffer trick. So I'll try to do that in between streams. Okay, so this has enough energy. It's called spawn2 game.spawns.spawn2.create room monitor. There you go. -10. What does -10 mean? I assume it means not okay. Structure spawn. Busy? Oh, is that what it means? Invalid args. Invalid args, right? So we just body is not properly described or something? Huh. Let's make sure, so I'm gonna create an explorer manually. That worked great, okay. That spawned. It's gonna zip on around now, do its thing. This still has enough energy, it should be able to spawn a room monitor. Oh, okay, I totally know what's going on. I need to switch an envar really quick. I'm not going to show you this part. I guess there's nothing here. I am going to show you. There's nothing really secret in here. I guess there's no like API keys. But what I'm doing here is I'm telling my Webpack setup to like generate my JavaScript bundle in a different directory. So instead of writing to the MMO world, I'm going to write it to my private server. So that's been switched. Now I need to come over to here, kill this, source.env, npm start. And so this is Webpack. Just every time I make a code change, it bundles it all together, translates the TypeScript into JavaScript, and then moves that whole giant JavaScript file into the correct directory. So, okay, now at this point, we've got the latest code here. So now, if I just arrow up, okay, spawn new room monitor, worked great. And things are making sense again. So let's see. Here's our room monitor, right? Let's just double check. Let's see. Creep.stringify this creep. And it is a room monitor for sure. Okay, awesome. So now I need to say game.creeps this. .memory .roll room monitor .monitor room name, and now we have to give it a name. This is the one that we gave it, right? I think we should be able to just do that. Boom. We've given it that, and look at that, it's on its way. Its pathing is really weird and probably expensive. So that's actually a problem with go to room. I need a way to be able to say like, hey, if you're still trying to go to the same room, don't recompute the path. So that's a thing. Oh, hey, notice that the this just processed the build buffers directive. So we suddenly have construction sites for our buffers. So that's pretty cool. Okay. That is doing its thing. We're going to switch to the alpha map. Hopefully it'll be real fast. Zoom in a little bit. Yep, here it goes. And this is the room we're headed towards. Not sure why this is. Oh, is this showing up as red because invaders are going to come? Is that what that means? And that's cool. Like we can defend it. We can spawn some defenders and stuff. But yeah, here goes this little guy. No, that is claimable rooms. Red are not claimable. Oh yeah, totally. Okay. That both of my rooms look like that. Okay, cool. So that makes sense. Okay. This guy's on its way. In the meantime, let's pull up. Yeah, we know that we're going to want to colonize that room. So this is all ready to go. And let's just double check that we're not like, whoa. Okay. Bad things are happening. Can't read property rooms of undefined. So something is broken about our data structure. Oh, wait. Now it's cannot read property tick of undefined. That's really weird. Okay, so it's possible that, and let's close some things. I've got a bunch of things open. Ignore all of this. Not explore. We want the room monitor. I'm just gonna say return here, so like don't do anything from the creep. I think something's gone weird about that. Okay, so we're still getting errors about the rooms, but at least we're not getting errors about the tick anymore. So that's cool. Also, I'm distracted, but like looks like we kind of need this to finish before we can colonize that room. Fair enough. So, okay, what's going on here? Update room exploration, and that's defined here. So I guess we've got to figure out how we're calling this. Update room exploration. And we're calling this with, I'll just pass in the room.name and then the homeroom name. Oh, and look at that. It seems to think that the room itself is the homeroom. You see that? So this second parameter should be the homeroom. But it is not. Okay, so that means that this function is probably fine. We need to go figure out who calls it. So one trick that you can do, at least in VS Code, my editor, is I know it's not in this file. So I'm going to click this X and just make that search result go away. So it could be in any of these. Now, my guess is it's role.explored. This is an explored role. So I'm looking at how we update this as long as we've already been initialized. Now, if we're initialized, then this data right here is going to get passed in, and this is the data that's wrong. So that tells me that this is the function that is doing the wrong thing somehow. So let's see here. Let's see, what are we doing here? We're saying initialize that room, create the data to store this in, and then we say, hey, what are the creeps that are in this room? Also, something has just occurred to me. We gotta press play on something here. We totally lost our music. Gotta keep that shuffle and repeat on. My bad. I can't remember how long that's been off, sorry. You've just been like listening to me talking to myself in silence. So let's see. Find that. I wonder. Let's just do this for a second. So we're just gonna disable like all the logic for an explored room. And I think. Oh, hang on. Why are we? So what I'm realizing here is like we've skipped this logic, and yet we are still ending up like calling that function, right? We're still calling that. So why is that? All right, let's console. I'm starting to go a little crazy here. I'm getting confused. Skipping call explore. Man, what a mess. I don't even like see that going on. Oh, good times. All right, I need to see something. So this is the main loop. Main loop. Okay, we have made an edit to our program. So, okay, why are we calling this then? So we made it into that room. It's weird because, I mean, it seems like... Well, we've probably been having this problem the whole time. Oh, hey. A random spawn was here. That's pretty weird. Huh. Well, this sus. This probably means that we need to clear this out so we have enough space for us to spawn. That's really funny. This is a comedy of errors right now, you guys. Okay, so we need to go inspect this creep. And its name ends with 1F1. That's this one. So its homeroom is this, its target room is this. Like, that all looks good. Wait, can't you place construction sites on room? Ooh, maybe you can. And just destroy it that way. Because, like, I'm not really, like, it's what, 100 139 minerals, or 139 energy. I'm a StarCraft player, maybe you can tell. Yeah, let's just build over that. That sounds great. Okay, why has this all gone wrong? Is it something about, like... Let's see. It's something dot rooms. So I think what that means... I wonder if there's no exploration from that room? Maybe. Exploration comes from here. Comes from the homeroom. Well, but the homeroom is wrong, right? Because, like, yeah, sure. Like West 7, West, whatever. West 8, North 7 is not going to have exploration for sure. Let's do this for a second. The room... okay, I think I know what just happened. Okay, I just saw something that looked awfully suspicious. So notice how it says room hold on, grab this. Notice how the log says, oh, did I get it? I don't think I got it. It basically says that this room is entering a recovery state, which means that the room is not an explored room. And I think the reason for that... Okay, I've got to just delete this Screep. I know what's going on now. I know how to fix this. Oh, that was wild. Okay, here's I think what happened. When the explored room runs, notice this logic here. So I'm going to bring this back because I think this part's actually good. So process room upgrade. What this basically does is it says, oh, no, that's not what it says. Find my spawns. Oh gosh, this is still like so noisy in the console, it's just impossible to do anything. Let's see, I'm gonna bring all this back. Now I'm confused because I thought I had it all figured out. Game.rooms, West 8, North 7. And let's just do like a JSON.stringify on that. Undefined. Oh, hold on, let's do memory.rooms. Role is home. So that's it. Like, it decided that it was a home room, which it's totally not. So how did it become a home room? Because like this logic in here basically says like find my spawns, not anybody's spawns. I think you built there. I don't think I did. I don't see any like I don't see any logic that could have. I don't know. What about room.controller dot my? So like I mean like even this right here, this should return false. Because this controller is not owned by anybody. I think you built there, that's why there's a ruin. Oh gosh. But its owner is Screeps. Not me. Oh, this is so weird. Did I just do that? Maybe you have to put like one. I don't know. Oh, James, see ya. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Ugh, what a mess. Yeah, I still don't understand. Why did it upgrade? There is some kind of a bug. Have to set it as home in memory. Oh, like maybe it previously was set that way? Maybe. Have you set, yeah. I mean, maybe the best thing to do is just to delete it and then it should get reinitialized properly. But yeah, like here it is, roll equals home. And I don't want all of these things in it. It thinks it's in a recovery state. Yeah, look at this. It thinks that a bunch of rooms are home rooms. I wonder... This could be a problem. I'm kind of suspicious of this. I think that every once in a while this will turn out to be true, where like, oh, you discovered a brand new room, it happens to sort to the top. I'll bet that's it. So let's actually... Well, but there's also this, right? Like, yeah, like I have 3 rooms, so this is not going to be true. So who cares what this is? How does my code work? What is going on? Man, I would really like to figure this out. Spawns. I'm gonna go ahead and create another room monitor. Should be able to find it in here. So there's that. Memory dot roll room monitor dot state. It should be waiting. Oh hey, we haven't run it yet because we disabled this. Wait for another tick. There we go. Okay, so now this should say waiting. Good. And then we can say monitor room name. Is that what I called it? Yeah. And it should be West 8, North 7. let's add a little bit more logging in here so that we can be really sure. Initialize room with roll, and then we'll just see like this.memory.roll. Oh, we still haven't deleted this one yet. So let's go ahead and manually delete that now. Yeah, that's so weird. Object.values. Room.memory.roll is home. Like, how many does that give us? Just 2. So that's what I would expect. Now if I do memory.rooms, oh, then I should do this. And look at that. Like, it thinks there are 4 different ones. So what am I doing wrong here? Let's see. Wait, none of them have names? How is that a thing? Let's do this. Just on that stringify room. Oh, I have to zip it together with all of the. Hey, look, it's starting to happen again. And the creep's only in here. So I'll bet if I come back over to here. Oh, look! There's a spawn floating around in here too. That one got it wrong. Okay, so does this room have a dead spawn? Yes, it does. Ah. Okay. I'm like pretty suspicious of that. So let's just return once again, skip all the craziness. Now, we did succeed at doing one thing today, which is we did get, oh man, that's broken again. Oh, hey, okay. So I know why this is broken at least. We didn't finish defining our state machine. There. And then we can say, let's see, if we have a new room to go explore, then do that. So you can say creep.room.name. Let's see, if not context.monitorRoomName, then we should go back to a waiting state, which like should be unreachable. And then if we're currently in a room that is not context.monitorRoom, then we should transition to traveling. Cool. So I guess we did just add an arrow to here. Okay, this room monitor is actually done now. So cannot read property tick of undefined should be taken care of now. And our console is quiet once again. Thank goodness. Okay, we need to write a very short script to clean up our messed up memory. So let's start by saying object.entries, and we're going to take memory.rooms. So for each of those, we're going to get a tuple, or an array containing 2 items. And we're going to filter that down. So we're going to say, let's see, room name, comma, room. So for each of those, we only want to get the ones where room.role is home and not game.hasOwnProperty room name. So let's just grab that for now. Then I'll map it and I'll say room name, comma, room. That goes to json.stringify room. And we'll even do this. So room name, colon, and then the full value of that room. Okay, so west 2, north 5 is this way. Yeah, this is there's too much for each of these, so let's just do this. Now hold on, west 7, north 4. I thought that we do have object.keys game.rooms. Oh, I see the bug. So, okay, we have each of those. We should have said game.rooms.hasOwnProperty. Okay, so these are all the weird ones. So now we have those. Let's see. So for each of these room names, we know those are the bad ones. So now I can say room name. For that room name, we're going to say delete memory.rooms at that index. Delete memory for messed up rooms. And remind me to not ever delete this, because I feel like we've had to write something sort of similar before. So let's go ahead and run it. Okay. So now what we're going to do... Whoops. We're going to say send the room monitor creep into... So this creep, memory, role, room monitor, dot, monitor, room name equals this. And we want it to be the one right here. So west 8, north 6. Okay. Now, this room has a spawn belonging to another player. We're saying find my spawns everywhere. So I don't see... I guess really what we want to do here is like... We're just going to add some console logs here. So room has been upgraded, change its role. And then we'll say upgrading to home. And then we'll also say upgrading to colony. And then room data extend. We've already got this. So yeah, there's like a few logs that we might see here. Okay. So let's go ahead and run this. Oh, and we also need to bring this logic back. Save that. Okay, yeah, I think we're ready. Oh, that's a ton of noise. Okay, I'm gonna comment that out, and then I'm gonna run this. Let's see how that goes. Okay, moved in. Initialize room with role explored, so that's good. And nothing has changed yet. West 8, North 6, dot memory, no, dot roll. Explored, yeah, so it's still explored. Alright, now what I'm going to do, there's still dead memory for the room to the north. So I'm going to clear that out. That should delete just one room. But now we should be able to say, go up to north 7. And I'm going to go there in advance. Okay, we moved into the room. Nothing happened. What's going on? We're still executing that logic. I wonder if we're good now. We might have just been in a really weird state before. Wow. That's just so strange. Let's see. If I run just part of that script that we wrote, yeah, it returns nothing now, so we're good. We're good at this point. Huh. Okay. This was a pretty weird session. I feel like we did not get as much done as we wanted to, but we made a little bit of progress, and I think we've got some cool plans for next time. So, I think we're going to call it there. Probably some memory bug, yeah, I think so. Cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to get this untangled a little bit more, colonize the room in between streams, so that way it's gonna be easy to start harassing the other player, and I can get that harassing script working really well. Yeah, so Akshay, we should team up. We can keep coordinating over Discord. And yeah, I'll try to stream either on Saturday or next Tuesday. So I'll be back one of those 2 days. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And this is Code Gets Creative and Manager. Stay creative. Have a good night or morning or whatever. See ya.